Hey, Marcus Washington, MTC Media. So tonight is the NBA draft lottery, so it's going to be a lot of stuff said about Cooper Flagg, this and that. Um, if you follow me and you read what I said, here's what I've said about Cooper Flagg. My thing is, I hope he goes to a better team that has a lottery pick. So I hope a better team wins the lottery. It would be great to see a Houston win the lottery or San Antonio win the lottery. That would be terrific because it serves two things. One, it means that all of this, let me get to 14% of the ping pong balls, for the next 45 years. That didn't work. So no, the three bottom teams, I hope they don't win the lottery, because that's just not. We got to find a way to get out of doing that, right? Especially over several seasons. If you read my lottery, I'm going to retweet this out today. My proposed changes to the lottery. It would help control that and stop teams from doing that. But it's got to be the NBA governors that want to stop doing it. This has nothing to do with the players. I don't want to hear anything about the players. This is an NBA governor's strategy. And they need to put in a rule that legislate themselves from doing that. Okay? So I like Cooper Flagg going to a better team, because I'm not sold that Cooper Flagg is the generational player on an NBA level. I think he's going to be a very good player on the NBA level, because he can do so many things and he can impact the game in so many ways. So I don't think we're not going to put Cooper Flagg and bust in the same sentence. But I am in a wait and see mode from the guys that I've spoken to that work in the NBA. The college guys are always going to say that. The college guys told you that Reed Shepard was going to win the Rookie of the Year, and he wasn't even in Houston's rotation. So I'm not listening to the college guys. When I've spoken to the NBA guys, I've gotten a range of things, but a lot of it has been at the top. He can be a very good player. I don't think he's going to be a generational NBA player. And I've gotten to, a lot of wait and sees and a lot of let's see where he goes. What he looks like if he goes to a team that's further down the line will be different than one of those teams like Washington, who doesn't have the assets really to get out of their build quickly. So Utah might be a little bit different, because in Utah's case, they have so many assets, they can try a quick pivot. Washington's assets just aren't as attractive as Utah's. And then you have to have confidence in your front office that you're going to make the right pick. There's a lot of things that go with that. That's going to be within Cooper Flagg's control, and a lot of things that goes with it that's not going to be in Cooper Flagg's control. So it's both ways. It's both ways. So, but the other thing, and this was brought up by Brian Windhorst, and this is where I am more intrigued than necessarily the draft, which is, how does Milwaukee move with their current roster in Giannis? And whether after this draft lottery, does Milwaukee see a way to move forward by trading Giannis for picks, or whatever the case may be, players and picks? Now, the thing that Windhorst brought up, which I just wish people who don't follow the NBA sometimes would just shut up, because everyone's situation is not the same. This was the same thing that's Dallas. Milwaukee, in a way, is in the same situation as Dallas. You cannot sit there and trade Giannis and trade him for, 5 unprotected picks in the future and 4 pick swaps and everything else, because Milwaukee doesn't control its own picks for the next 5 drafts, as Windhorst brought up. They're not constructed. They're not in any way constructed to do a tear down to the studs and rebuild. They're not. Utah was. You see how Washington had to get there first. When Michael Winger's group came in, they had to get there first and then start the build. You know how long that takes? This is not 4-12 to 12-4 NFL. This is not what it is. So you have to take your NFL hat off and try to apply NFL stuff to the NBA. It's two different industries. And you can't do it the same way. So is Milwaukee in a position to do that? No, just like Dallas wasn't. Why would Nico Harrison have traded Luka Doncic for a whole bunch of future assets when Nico Harrison doesn't even know if he would be there when those future assets cashed in? We saw New Orleans do this with Anthony Davis, and you saw David Griffin's job just got taken away. He got fired because with all the stuff, in the future we're going to do this, we're going to do this. We got Zion Williamson. He got fired. It cost him his job because he did not cash in on it and get far enough down the road as you could possibly get. And if you go back to that AD trade, oh my gosh, New Orleans is set. They're set. And they got the right guy in the front office to take advantage of it. Well, it proved that they didn't. That's why you got to be careful, and you got to look at everyone's individual situation. You got to look at the ownership situation. Are they willing to pay the tax? Are they willing to pay the repeater tax? Are they willing to go into the second April? Are they willing to do those things? Because every owner's not built the same. Every owner's not willing to do it. And these were the CBA guidelines and benchmarks that the owners wanted. Not the players, the owners wanted. So the situation tonight is more than just Cooper Flagg. It's a lot of things going on beyond Cooper Flagg. And frankly, what is a piss poor draft? This is a poor draft. 26's draft is going to produce more high-level NBA players and mid-level NBA players than 25. It's just that Cooper Flagg's in 25, and that wasn't by accident. So, that's what to look for tonight beyond the ping pong balls. But we'll see. We'll see who wins the lottery. For Cooper Flagg's, for his sake, I hope it is a team with a strong front office who knows how to put pieces, not necessarily around him, but knows how to put pieces together that will allow the team to be successful and allow him to play to his strengths. This is Marcus Washington, MTC Media.